Okay, let's do the Copper one. I'm on the way home. Copper, he's a robot. No. So this character, he's like a space pirate, spelljammer pirate. Sort of crashed down to Faerun, joined the rest of the party. His main thing is he's a warforged. That fell over. He's a warforged. He's on the older side because, warforged. And he decided to do like one last mission before he fully retired. And that bit him in the ass because now he's on Faerun dealing with all this bullshit. So what does this character kind of align with? So some of the only real main traumas he's kind of gone through is he lost the whole crew from that ship, short of like one or two characters. He lost that whole crew, including what's effectively his best friend and the captain from that ship. Just evaporated in front of him. So touch of the desolation there. Loss. Maybe a little touch of the lonely as well. But again, it's kind of more aligned with the desolation versus the loss versus the lonely. Maybe a little bit of the vast, especially the whole, being a spelljammer out in the astral sea, phlogiston sea, whatever it is, out in space. That kind of aligns with the vast pretty easily. Especially, I think Copper's dealing with these emotions of being chosen by a god, and it's never something he's ever dealt with before. From the outside, it seems like he feels insignificant. Why would this god choose me? That doesn't make any sense. I'm not special. And, that kind of lines up with the vast, the feeling of being insignificant. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot of other fears I feel like Copper aligns with. Copper is almost too chipper for these types of things. He has this fear of Senlir, Senlir, he was this giant dragon man for most of the time that Copper has known him. Now he's not a giant dragon man, he's just a taller Aasimar dude with a giant scythe. Mildly less intimidating. But, so Copper has this fear of that, and what would something like that be? Copper knows who this guy is. Maybe you could say it's fear of, the other, the stranger. But maybe it's more either the end or the hunt. Maybe Copper feels more like prey all of a sudden in front of this, in front of one of the party members. Something he's probably, I guess he's not accustomed to. That would line up with the hunt. Or maybe it's more so that Senlir is aligned with the god of death and fear of death. Maybe Copper is just fearing, oh, this guy could kill me. He could just kill me. Maybe that's where that fear is coming from, and that's, I guess, fear of the end. Because throughout this party, there hasn't been a whole lot of fear of the end. There's been a little fear of the extinction with Alarin, which was interesting, but not a whole lot of death itself. Death is just a fail state, basically, for most of the party. It's fuck, I didn't do it. So, maybe that's what Copper kind of hits on, a little bit of the end, a little bit of the desolation, a little of the lonely and the vast. Not so much the buried. Maybe corruption? Because he's got that beam lodged in his chassis somewhere. like, I don't know, there's nothing there for the corruption. Nothing with the spiral madness. Nothing with the web. Not so much the beholden being watched. There's nothing there. Yeah, I don't. Maybe there's something with the flesh, but again, Copper seems much too happy about being turned into a human sometimes to be able to taste food. So I don't know, but yeah, it's not, like, that's kind of it for Copper. I don't have a whole lot of notes on him. Like what? Maybe this character has more going on in his head that he's not, at least fear alignment wise. Maybe there's more going on internally that I can't see, but that's kind of it for Copper. I can't really think of anything else. You know, that's it. That's all I got for you. That's it.